Good morning, students. Today we'll come to the concluding part of the chapter, the summer of the beautiful white horse. Well, we had come to know about the beautiful white horse. We had come to know about Uncle Khusro. We had come to know about the two boys' fascination for the horses. We had come to know about the Garoglanian tribe. We had come to know about John Byro, the farmer, the Assyrian farmer who had lost his horse. So now we come to know whose horse it was. Now let's move further. The farmer went away and I ran over to my cousin Murad's house, that is Aram. Aram, he comes to know that John Byro, who had visited his house, he had lost his horse, and he immediately, as soon as the farmer left, he ran over to Murad's house. He was sitting under a peach tree, trying to repair the hurt wing of a young robin which could not fly. He was talking to the bird. Now, what was Aram doing? This shows that he was very kind to animals also, because Murad, he was sitting under a peach tree and he was trying to repair, that is cure, the hurt wing of a young robin. A robin is a bird which could not fly. He was talking also to the bird. What is it he said? The farmer, John Byro, I said. He visited our house. He wants his horse. You've had it a month. I want you to promise not to take it back until I learn to ride. Now you see the psychology of a little boy who's very fond of horses, that he comes to Murad, he comes to know that the horse, it belonged to John Byro, the farmer. He also comes to know that it had been with Murad for a month now, and now he doesn't say that you return it to John Byro, the farmer. Instead, he says that I want you to promise not to take it back until I learn to ride. So that is the psychology of a little boy. And Murad, he says, it will take you a year to learn to ride. My cousin Murad said. We could keep the horse a year, I said. And a 9-year-old boy, he's saying, well, if I'm unable to learn it for a year, we can keep the horse for a year. My cousin Murad leaped to his feet. That is, he stood up. What? He roared. Are you inviting a member of the Garoglanian family to steal? The horse must go back to its true owner. And he says firmly that, are you telling a member of the Garoglanian tribe to which these two boys, they belonged, to steal? Well, not at all. The horse, it must go back to its true owner. When? I said. In 6 months at the latest, he said. And he said, well, in 6 months latest, we have to return the horse to its rightful owner. He threw the bird into the air. The bird tried hard, almost fell twice, but at last flew away high and straight. That is after he had nursed the broken wing of the robin, that is the bird. After a few struggles, the bird, it flew high and straight. Early every morning for 2 weeks, my cousin Murad and I took the horse out of the barn, that is continuously for the next 2 weeks also. In the morning, they used to take the horse from the barn of the deserted vineyard where we were hiding it and rode it. And every morning the horse, when it was my turn to ride alone, leaped over grapevines and small trees and threw me and ran away. So the horse also had continued to throw away Aram and run away after crossing several grapevines and small trees. Nevertheless, I hoped in time to learn to ride the way my cousin Murad rode. And he had the patience, Aram, and he said, nevertheless, with the passage of time, I will learn to ride. One morning on the way to Fetwa Jian's deserted vineyard, we ran into the farmer John Byro, who was on his way to town. So once, while they were going back to keep the horse on the barn of Fetwajian, they met John Byro, whose horse actually it was. Let me do the talking, my cousin Murad said. I have a way with farmers. Now he had a way with the horses also, and he says that I have a way with the farmers. Good morning, John Byro, my cousin Murad said to the farmer. And as soon as he met the farmer, he said, Good morning, John Byro. The farmer studied the horse eagerly. Now, very excitedly, the farmer he studied the horse. Good morning, son of my friends. He said, What is the name of your horse? My heart, my cousin Murad said in Armenian. And John Byro, when he looked and he studied the horse, he said, What is the name of your horse? And very confidently Murad said in Armenian that it's my heart. A lovely name, John Byro said, for a lovely horse. I could swear it in the horse that was stolen from me many weeks ago. May I look at its mouth? He said, Well, I can swear that it's just the same as the horse which was stolen, my horse which was stolen many weeks back. And then he asked permission to examine the mouth of the horse. Of course, Murad said. And Murad very confidently, he said, Well, of course you can examine. The farmer looked into the mouth of the horse. Tooth for tooth, he said. I would swear it. I would swear it is my horse if I didn't know your parents. The fame of your family for honesty is well known to me. Yet the horse is the twin of my horse. A suspicious man would believe his eyes instead of his heart. Good day, my young friends. And he said, Well, my horse, it resembles tooth for tooth with this horse, and it is almost as if it's a twin of my horse. And had it not been for your family and its honesty for which it is famous, I would say that it is my horse. And a suspicious man would believe in his eyes rather than in his heart. And with that, he said, Good day, my young friends. Good day, young John Byro, my cousin Murad said. And very confidently, it was over with John Byro. Early the following morning, we took the horse to John Byro's vineyard and put it in the barn. The dogs followed us around without making a sound. Now you see, the dogs followed without making a sound. Now that's also unusual. And that was because Murad, as he said, that he had a way with the animals. The dogs, I whispered to my cousin Murad, I thought they would bark. They would at somebody else, he said. I have a way with dogs. So this shows that he had a way with the dogs also. Now we see that in the chapter that he had a way with the horses. Murad, he nursed the broken wings of a robin, and now over here he had a way with the dogs also. So this shows that he had a kind heart towards the animals. My cousin Murad put his arms around the horse, pressed his nose into the horse's nose, patted it, and then we went away. Now look how he says goodbye also to the horse. He just did not leave it, rather he embraced the horse, put his arms around the horse and pressed his nose into the horse's nose, just like, saying goodbye to a loved one, and patted it and then went away. That afternoon, John Byro came to our house in his surrey and showed my mother the horse that had been stolen and returned. And that afternoon, John Byro, he came with the horse in surrey and showed Aram's mother the horse that was stolen. I do not know what to think, he said. The horse is stronger than ever, better tempered, and see the qualities of the horse. While it was with Murad, the qualities of the horse, it came into the positive. That is, the horse, it grew stronger than ever, and it became better tempered too. I thank God. My uncle Khusro, who was in the parlor, became irritated and shouted, Quiet, man, quiet. Your horse has been returned. Pay no attention to it. And with the marked words of Uncle Khusro, the chapter ends that quiet man, quiet, your horse has been returned, pay no attention to it. So with that we come to the end of the chapter. I'm sending you the PDF. Please note down the question answers of this chapter. Thank you very much.